Well, Coach, after reviewing the film, what were your impressions of your guys' play at Louisiana Tech?
We improved. I think the biggest thing, like I told last week, was communication. I think Elton did a much better job communicating, getting people on the right page. I think just playing a second game was just played faster, played harder, which was good to see.
Have you seen Stuart Reese? Did you see him make a jump from game 1 to game 2?
Yeah, he did. He did some better things. I mean, there's still things he's got to correct, and that's just we got to get him out of that freshman stuff and freshman mistakes and just thinking too much and just go play. Use his ability.
Is that really, as far as his corrections, is it all mentally? Mentally.
Yeah, it's for him. It's thinking. It's not. I mean, mentally, he's a very intelligent kid.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit of paralysis by analysis, over analyzing things of, am I doing it right? And just go. I mean, if you're wrong, you're wrong. Just go. Just don't think about it and just get stuck there doing nothing.
What's your assessment of Michael's story from Saturday?
Played well. After Darryl got his shoulder done, and Darryl could have went back in about 2 series later. But it was just the point of, we had scored. I said, like, keep Michael and let him play, and just it's good for him, his development, and building depth and building experience.
What do you do at guard then? Do you go back to Darryl for Saturday?
Yeah, Darryl go right back into there and start. And again, Darryl could have went. I think Dan came up and told me a series or 2. He said they had to just basically take his pads off to re-pad him. So he would have gone right back in. At that point, we had got up, I think, 2 touchdowns. So I said, just let him play. And just if something happened that we had to go back in, Darryl would have went back in.
Is there anything from the LSU game last year that you kind of preach a bit more as to, like, that you kind of point out going toward this game?
I think it's like anything, and I think it's always playing them. It's last year on the road is execution. I think last year Martinez being on the road, really his first road game here, had some mistakes and just early on. But I think it's just as an offense in general, is executing. 11 guys doing their job. No one has to do anything special. Just do your job, and we grade in S. 11 guys grade in S. We're good. We don't need someone to have a plus and 2 minuses. Just 11 S's, and we're good to go.
Coach, what are you impressed with LSU's defensive front and their line?
I'm sorry.
So what impresses you the most with LSU?
Just I think they have their interior guys are big, thick guys, strong, powerful guys, but they also have obviously the speed with Arden Key, number 4, the young kid, 23 moving into defensive end. Sometimes it brings them some speed. Instead of bigger guys out there in sense to stop the run and. Who are still good pass rushers, but you bring that speed in there, which changes the game for them a little bit, and have the ability to do both of them. Put some speed in the field, put some girth in the field, and you got to be ready for both of them.
Having Arden Key back, does that change anything for you guys?
No, I mean, we knew he'd be back. I didn't think it'd be anything. He was going to be out for our game, so our preparation has always been that he's going to be in there watching our game last year and the things he does, and watching all the games from last year with him. So it's they're going to, unless they prepare for him, prepare for the other ones too. I mean, he's a great player, but to me, we got to do our job.
Had to throw Michael's story in the fire in Ruston after Darryl went out. How did he grade out on film?
Good, he graded well. I mean, I don't think he graded a champion for us, but I think it's just little things to me that he's got to still, overcome and keep playing. But it was great for him. I thought he played well. I thought he did a really good job in there. But I think to me, just to be a 1, to beat Darryl, I think he's got to just, get better at little things.
So, I mean, you mentioned in the preseason you want at least 8 good to go any given day. Did he do the things?
Yeah, I think that's why, again, it wasn't hesitation of, hey, I need Darryl back immediately because I can't do this. That's where, to me, let him play and keep letting him get experience. And I think it's been great in the first 2 games. For us, really, the fourth quarter, they've got about 60-some-odd plays in the 2s. So even for Darian, for Greg, for Evans, for Harrison, to get those reps. Now Michael's gone up more just in reps, but for those other 4 guys to get those reps, I think that's crucial for their development. And, 1 on the road, I mean, not that it was a loud environment, but to me, to get on the road and just understanding traveling for them. And then, Darian and Greg never traveled to a game last year. For that whole routine of, driving down there, getting there, the hotel, flying home, just those things it's a little easier for them now the next time we have to do it.
Some of those little things he could stand to get better at, are those more in the run game or the pass?
I think it's everything. It's every little thing. I think there's in both. I mean, to me, there's just things with their sets, things with communication, just their pass sets and their run block, and just little things with hand placement that you see. We did some great things with it to utilize for those young kids to see that how much better you are when you utilize those little things if your hands being here compared to your hands being here. So it's always beneficial for them to see themselves do it live in a game, not just in practice saying, okay, I'll get it. Now where it turns over in the game situation, how important it is.
Yeah.
obviously it's hard to simulate live action, but how do you kind of prepare Stewart for a guy like Harden Keith?
You know, we have, I mean, I think we have, I mean, we see Tez sweat every day in pass rush, you know, in our defensive ends, and Chauncey's going against him every day in pass rush. He's seeing SEC players every day and those type of guys. I mean, Tez is probably more like Arden in terms of long, fast, can move, can do his body. So to me, every day in pass rush, he sees him, and Martinez sees him. So it's, I think if we get a great look at what we're going to see with him.
How different is that this year with having a guy like Chauncey and Lee Archer on scout team?
I think it's great for us because it makes us better. I think that's really, to me, week 1 to week 2, for us improving is a big compliment to them. You know, because Chauncey, I mean, the one thing about both of them is in both situations they're down with us in the scout team, but it's not like they're sulking down there. They're giving us a great look and making us work, which to me, you know, even for us, week 1 to week 2 has made us better. And again, even so far this week, they've done a great job of giving us those looks.